Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypt of the NecroDancer. This time not in the lobby because this was finally my successful run for Zone 2. And I did not record at the time, but luckily there is a replay function, so you can now see me doing this zone more or less perfectly, while I will give you a bit of post-commentary to what I actually did here. So overall I can say this run went really smoothly, nothing else to say about that really. I was also fairly lucky as far as my items go, as you will see soon enough. Also most of the enemies I finally take on in a smart manner, mostly, except the skeleton obviously. But my health is still looking good, for now anyway. Another trap that I ran into. I really need to get the timing straight for those. Also, you might notice that the diamond score does not change, so I'm currently sitting at 20 diamonds. After this run I was not at the vendors yet, but I will change that as soon as this replay is over for the next video, when we will then look at Zone 3. So as you can see, there is the way down into level 2 already, and the vendor is right next to it. So kind of time to gear up now since I have a fair bit of money. And I noticed that I love spears, so whenever I can get my hand on a titanium spear or an obsidian spear, I would definitely take that over anything else. Because the range just makes it so incredibly good for me. I also seem to have been fairly lucky with diamonds in this run. And there you can see another choice of very vital things. A protective shield spell will pretty much save my rear later on in this run. As you can see, there's 6 more bombs, though I don't really need those, but always nice to have them if you need them. So I was more than happy to get a couple bombs at this point. And again, range of the spear, simply amazing. And this charm, not really unhelpful either, +2 damage in my current state. Awesome. Though doesn't really seem to be on one heart, it seems to have to be a half heart, because otherwise I would have been dealt 4 damage there. And thus insta-killed the mushroom. Also, yes, I noticed, just when I watched the replay, that I did not pick up the health spell up there. That was kinda not so smart. But I knew that I wanted to get the shield anyway. Because what the shield does, it will protect you completely from any damage for a couple of beats. Which, as you can imagine, is really handy. And I'm also passing by this armor here, because it increases your damage, yes, but it also increases the damage that you take. So not a fan of that. Mini-boss in this area, not an issue at all. Somewhat lucky there with the swamp monster, and there I ran into another enemy, so I was lucky that I was left at half a heart here. So overall, yeah, as I already initially said, this run was also somewhat lucky. And another 2 diamonds, there's another 2 further right. So diamond wise, as you can see, fairly good run. There another charm which I did not pick up yet, because at this point I felt like I could really need this extra damage. Also now using the shield, and as you can see there, a ham that will save my ass. More or less, pretty much for the most part, because now I'm almost full again. And now we learn something else. Apparently you can wear more than one charm. I did not know that up until this point. Never stop learning. And again a swamp monster that somewhat caught me off guard, so I need to pay more attention to those, that's for sure. As you can see, I make short work of pretty much anything that comes at me at this point. But you gotta admit, what I have item-wise also really good. I have a good armor, I have a good weapon, which I take over anything else that I may or may not be able to get here. And I will get an even better armor here. Not like I really need it, but it was nice to have. While the shopkeeper sings for my victory, he knew at this point that I will win. I'm sure, or I like to imagine anyway. And ran into another enemy, of course, a mushroom. Sometimes I hate them. Got caught a bit off guard here from the skeleton, but now I got it. The spear is simply so good. Okay, here we go for the boss. Let's do this. So, this one of course now fairly easy. I simply launch my shield and just slay my way through the chessboard. What I didn't know is that all those literally follow the chess rules, and if you know chess, you know what happens when you get a pawn to the end. You get another queen. But not much of an issue, so I literally made shortest work of this boss. And that was that. That was that run. Finally have beaten Zone 2, so now we are good for Zone 3, which will happen in the next video though. So I hope that you enjoyed this little, well, post commentary. Sorry that I wasn't able to do it live, but who knows, if I would have done this directly recorded, I probably would not have been able to beat this as usual, because when you're talking and doing those things all of a sudden get really, really hard. But we have 3 zones unlocked now. You didn't see the video now, the little cutscene there. It was essentially like her wondering what other treasures there may be, because the cutscenes are not really that great as far as story. Let's admit, the game itself is good enough. It doesn't really need a great story behind it, because the game is fun. And that's all there is to it. So yeah, that was this Zone 2 finally beaten. So if you like this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment if you like it. If you absolutely hated this video and do not want to see me do any more of this, give me a thumbs down, I guess. And this was me, Drenon, with the Crypt of the NecroDancer, a replay of Zone 2 with post commentary, and I hope that I will see all of you again next time. Bye!